Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video. And in this one I'll be doing things slightly differently. I'll be focusing on the Championship, because that is the league Bristol City play in. And I will be focusing on the best loaner players that have made a huge impact for their respective teams in this division. Before we do start, I just want to put some quick stats at you, and that is the value of the players that at these clubs, the highest value players of these loan players, if that makes any sense. And so basically, the highest value loan players that are each club, and those accumulated, they'll be at the top. So number one, without much surprise, is Burnley with 37 million euros in worth of loan players at the football club. 6 players they have on loan at the moment. Number 2 is Middlesbrough, probably not so surprisingly either, who also have 6 players and have a loan total value of 31.5 million euros. This is all according to Transfer Market, by the way, so don't at me at it or whatever. Third place is Watford, with also 6 loan players and 28.8 million euros worth of loanees at Vicarage Road. Number 4 is, well, surprisingly yet not surprisingly, is Stoke, who have 20.5 million euros worth of loanees at the football club. But I say not surprisingly is because they do have 7 loan players, including one from Manchester United, so that will automatically bump it up a bit with it. So, look, those are the top 4 in terms of loanees, and, well, Bristol City, my club, have 0 loan players at the football club, and that's probably a good thing as well. So yeah, I just want to quickly throw that at you before we do start. The rules are fairly simple. They must have signed on loan from a different club at the start of this 2022-2023 season, and, well, they must have had a good impact and made a good impression on me, because that's why I had chosen them in my top 5. So without any further ado, let's get straight into this. When I initially made this list, it was a fairly long list. It consisted of 16 players who had come down from the Premier League or come from abroad, in case of a few of them. And to be honest, in the end, it was quite a comfortable top 6, I'd say. They stood out from the rest of the 11. There was one choice in there where I was constantly going back and forth and going, could have been him, could have been him. It was really quite tricky to choose number 5. But in the end, I didn't make that choice, and as it goes, number 5 was James McAtee, who signed on loan from Manchester City and gone to Sheffield United on loan for the whole season, and quite frankly has been absolutely crucial in midfield for Blades. He's come into the side and really taken Sander Berge's place and really helped that Sheffield United midfield. John Fleck, who was there, obviously. Well, recently it's been Sander Berge, Norwood and McAtee, but for the large chunk of the season it felt like Sander Berge was being kept out because of James McAtee. And there's a lot of hype around him in the summer, obviously being a Manchester City loanee, on working under Pep Guardiola. There's lots of interest in him from Championship clubs, and rightfully so. And he has proven himself in this division and been part of a side that's sitting now second and looking like they will be securing promotion back to the Premier League. He's played 24 games and made 12 starts, so he started half the games he's played in. He scored 3 goals and he's got 2 assists. On the base of it, that doesn't sound overly incredible. It isn't, to be honest, but I think it's the influence and what he's done at Bramall Lane, and to get a spot in that team ahead of John Fleck was going to be a huge thing to do, and he's done that quite comfortably, really, and he secured a position in that first team ahead of another Manchester City loanee, Blades, and that's Tommy Doyle, who was impressive last season at Cardiff as well. So look, James McAtee's done really well, and that's why he's number 5 on my top 5 loanees in the Championship. Number 4 on my list is one of 2 Burnley players in the top 5, and it is the left back, Ian Maatsen, who signed on loan from Chelsea. You may notice a bit of a pattern here in terms of the top Premier League clubs loaning players down to top end Championship clubs. Ian Maatsen was very impressive at Coventry last season. He came in as a bit of a unknown substance, didn't really impress too much, Charles, and he was okay. He didn't blow the league out of the water, but last season he looked really good at Coventry, and it looked like he was ready for a top club, and that's what he has got in Burnley in the Championship at the moment. He started 26 games. He's played in 26 games. He started 25 of them, and he's been really impressive at left back, balancing up really well with Connor Roberts, because Ian Maatsen is a left back who likes to get forward, likes to get goal involvement. Connor Roberts, yeah, does that too, but kind of balances that quite out well with his defensive ability, Connor Roberts. So look, both of them have paired really well together. I think Vincent Kompany has obviously helped not only him but a lot of players at Burnley. So look, fairly straightforward. Ian Maatsen was definitely in that conversation for me in terms of being in the top 5, top 6, and yeah, fairly simple this one. Ian Maatsen, number 4 in my list. Number 3 on my list, and really this player and number 4 could be interchangeable. They play in the same position, and that is Ryan Giles at Middlesbrough. And yet again, a similar story to Ian Maatsen, really impressive at Coventry a couple of seasons ago, and then at Rotherham, and really good at Cardiff last season. Switched midway through to Blackburn. Wasn't quite as good, but this season he's signed for Middlesbrough, and under Chris Wilder I thought it would be a perfect signing. And it hasn't quite worked out that way. He has been absolutely superb under Michael Carrick though, and deserves to be, I think, number 3 in my standings. I think him being in the team is also correlated with Middlesbrough's absolute flying up the table. They have absolutely blew this division out of the water really since Michael Carrick has come in. They've just won games on a regular basis, and Ryan Giles being in at left wing back has really helped that. Yet again, he's an attacking wing back, and he's got 7 assists this season in the 32 games he has played for Borough. And again, I think there's a fairly straightforward shout. I think maybe Ian Maatsen could be ahead of Ryan Giles. I don't really mind if Maatsen is 3 and Giles is 4th. I think they're both absolutely superb in what they do, and they're very similar players really. Only real difference is Maatsen does like to drive it. The back line, while Giles has got an absolutely incredible cross on him. So yeah, where do you have Ryan Giles number 4 and Ian Maatsen sliding into 3rd? I don't really know. I think that's quite debatable and quite subjective really. They're on very similar ability and 2 very good left backs who I'd both love to have at Bristol City, but Ryan Giles is number 3 on my list. Number 2 is quite an interesting one, because it's a club who at the start of the season, if you just looked at it with plain eyes, you'd have gone, well, they're newly promoted, don't expect much from them, don't really expect much from their signings either. But with Sunderland, it felt different, didn't it? Because Sunderland are a huge club, even at Championship level. They finally got out of League One, and well, they made a few signings, and people got really excited by them. One of them was loan signing from Manchester United, Amadou Diallo. Amadou Diallo signed for United for about 25 million quid from Atalanta a couple of seasons ago. Had a loan spell at Rangers, didn't really work out in Glasgow, so he decided to step down. Is it a step down? Let me know. To the Championship, and well, has absolutely excelled under, let's be honest, both Alex Neil and Tony Mowbray, especially Tony Mowbray. He has been absolutely superb under the former Blackburn and Celtic manager. Diallo, 7 goals this season, absolutely superb. Sunderland are flying in 7th place. Some crucial goals and a wonder of a left foot. Does Diallo have 2 assists as well? So look, Diallo, I think, deserves a place in this top 5. So yeah, well done, Amadou Diallo. Sunderland have been superb this season, and who are they playing next? Them. So look, yes, Amadou Diallo has been superb, and I hope he doesn't quite produce it against City tomorrow, but he probably will. So yes, Amadou Diallo is 2nd on my top 5 list. Number 1 is, for me, incredibly straightforward, and that is Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who, again, is on loan at Burnley from Manchester City. I know he hasn't played since early January, 2nd of January, precisely, and that was away at Swansea. So, look, maybe arguable that someone else could have come in, but look, he is absolutely superb. He shouldn't be playing in this division, let's be honest. Especially under Vincent Kompany. Burnley desperately needed a centre-back after James Sarkowski and Ben Mee left the club in the summer on free transfer. And the absolute most obvious transfer signing of the century was Taylor Harwood-Bellis on loan. And we all thought, okay, he'd be a decent signing. We didn't quite expect this level, I'd say. Taylor Harwood-Bellis has been absolutely superb for Burnley. Him, Jordan Bayer have been both absolutely incredible at centre-back in a team that have absolutely bossed this championship season. And I think, in my opinion, Taylor Harwood-Bellis is probably one of the best centre-backs in the league, if not the best centre-back in the league. Obviously, Cal Naismith does exist, and Rob Atkinson as well. So yes, look, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, absolutely incredible, and rightfully, for me, the best loan player in the Championship by a mile. Probably just personal preference because of how he plays, ball-playing centre-half who likes to drive if necessary, doesn't make many mistakes at all. Obviously, the risk element is there because with how Burnley play, and with the fact that it's only their first season under Vincent Kompany and playing that way. But look, he's an absolutely superb player, and is easily, comfortably top of my top 5 list. So yes, thank you very much. That is my 5 top Championship players of the season. So number 5, James McAtee on loan at Sheffield United. Number 4, Ian Maatson on loan at Burnley. Number 3, Ryan Giles on loan at Middlesbrough. Number 2, Amadou Diallo on loan at Sunderland. And number 1, the best loanee in the Championship, IMO, is Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who was on loan at Burnley. Let me know your top 5, even the top 3, in the comment section down below. Like the video if you haven't already. And yes, I'll keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.